Close your eyes, imagine yourself traveling down an icy track at speeds reaching 90 miles per hour. All that surrounds you is a thin piece of fiberglass with a steel frame. Twisting and turning down the track with your head just high enough out of the sled to see the next turn ahead. You come around the final turn and cross the line that you've been racing towards. This is an experience that most of us would like to have, but few get the chance to try. Today I will talk to you of a sport that most of us only come to remember every 4 years, bobsledding. But what do you really know of the sport other than it's in the Winter Olympics? I personally have never had the chance to experience bobsledding, and I'm sure most of you are in the same boat because it's not a popular sport here in the United States. Today I will inform you about Winter Olympic bobsledding in the past, in the modern day, and in the current 21st Winter Olympics. First I will talk about Winter Olympic bobsledding in the past. You might ask, what is a bobsled race? Bobsledding is one of the fastest winter sports, and victories are frequently won with narrow margins, making an exciting sport to watch. Bobsledding teams include a driver and a brakeman in the 2-man event, and 2 pushers are added for the 4-man event. If you look at this picture here, it shows the driver, the brakeman, and the 2 crewmen pushers in the middle, and here it shows the difference between a 2-man and a 4-man bobsled. The driver is the first person to enter the sled and sits at the front of the bobsled and steers. The brakeman is the last to enter the sled at the beginning of the race and is responsible for pulling the brake to stop the sled at the end of the run. He or she is usually the fastest athlete on the sled. The pushers enter the sled in between the driver and the brakeman and are typically the strongest and most powerful of the crew. A standard bobsled run is divided into 3 main stages: the start run, the drive, and the finish. During the start run, the crew pushes the sled for up to 50 meters and is covered in less than 6 seconds. Speeds of 25 miles per hour are reached before the crew even loads the sled. It is the only part of the run where speed is gained by the crew, and after the sled is loaded, the speed is based solely on gravity. A fast start is critical and will likely determine the overall position of the crew at the end of the race. Once the team has loaded the sled, the main responsibility becomes that of the driver. He or she must choose the fastest lanes to drive in and out of. The rest of the crew is crouched down in a tucked position behind the driver to increase aerodynamics. If you look at this picture over here, it shows the perfect line right down the center where the driver wants to be. If they're too high or too low, they'll gain too much speed or not enough speed to control the sled. Once the sled crosses the finish line and the clock stops, that is considered the finish. The brakeman pulls the brake to slow the sled to a stop, and during a typical 60-second run, speeds can exceed 90 miles per hour. A little bit about the history of bobsledding. In 1923, the International Foundation of Bobsledding and Tobogganing was founded to govern the sport. The following year, in 1924, a 4-man race took place at the first ever Winter Olympic Games in France. There's 2 widely used tracks here in the United States. The first is Mount Van Hoevenberg in Lake Placid, New York. It was the site of the 1932 and 1980 Olympic Winter Games. And the second is Utah Olympic Park in Park City, Utah. It was the site of the 2002 Winter Olympics. If you look at the table here, it breaks down the gold medal winnings for the United States team and back in history. The strongest presence in bobsledding was between 1928 and 1956, based on all the highlightings here. In 1952, the first 2-man race occurred, and they won a gold medal, and the 4-man team won a silver. In 1936, the U.S. team won a gold in the 2-man and a bronze with the other 2-man team. In 1948, the U.S. won another gold medal in the 4-man and a bronze in the 2-man. In 1952, for the first time since the U.S. began competing, they failed to win a gold medal, but they won a bronze medal in the 4-man. Between 1960 and 1978, the United States hadn't won an Olympic medal of any color, and you can see that based on all the open space there. Bobsledding evolved again in the late 1990s when the United States was one of the first nations to announce that they were going to allow women's bobsledding in the Winter Olympics. Now I taught you a little bit about the Winter Olympic bobsledding in the past. Let's look ahead to the modern day. If we look at the sled, it's an aerodynamic vehicle made of molded fiberglass with a steel internal structure, mounted on 4 highly polished steel runners. If you look here, here's the steel runners. Here's the steering handles that are held by the driver. Here's the brake handles held by the crewman. And here's the brakeman's push bar when he's pushing off during the start run. At the front of the bobsled, there's a steering mechanism consisting of 2 ropes held by the driver. In the 4-man sled, the brake handles are located on either side of the brakeman. In the 2-man sleds, the brake handles are located in front of the brakeman. And when pulled, the lever lowers a toothed brake bar into the ice that slows down the vehicle. The heaviest sled and crew combination will run the fastest, but as of 1985, the 4-man sleds and crews cannot exceed 1,388 pounds, and the 2-man sleds cannot exceed 860 pounds. Later crews are able to add weight bars in order to maximize weight. If you look in these pictures here, you can see that they have to wear full head helmets made of Kevlar-like material, and the driver's helmets usually have a plastic face shield. They wear start shoes that have 50 spikes on the ball of the foot for a tight grip on the ice during the start run. You can see they wear speed suits, which are one-piece suits made of spandex. They provide minimal warmth, but are very aerodynamic. Under these suits, they wear an abrasion vest made of nylon, and it protects the athlete in case of an accident. And as you can see, some of the crews prefer to wear gloves for warmth and protection, and some choose to just go barehanded for a better feel of the steering ropes. Women's bobsledding in 1999, the International Olympic Committee announced that women's bobsledding would be taking place in the 2002 Winter Olympics. Female crews only compete in the double format. And if you look at the table again here, it shows in Salt Lake City in 2002, the women won a gold in their first ever competition, and in 2006 in Torino, they won a silver. As you can see, there's a lot to learn about bobsledding in the past and in the modern day, but I'd like to briefly inform you about the 2010 Winter Olympic Games that are taking place right now. They're taking place in Vancouver, Canada, at the Whistler Sliding Center. It's the fastest track in the world and one of the most difficult. Speeds exceed up to 95 miles per hour. The U.S. two-man team ranking, Team 1 of the U.S. took 6th place, Team 2 took 10th place, and Team 3 took 12th place. The medal winners for the two-man were Germany Team 1 took gold, Germany Team 2 took silver, and Russia took a bronze. The USA women's rankings, Team 1 took 6th place, Team 2 took 3rd place, and Team 3 took 5th place. And the medal winners for this were Canada Team 1 took gold, Canada Team 2 took silver, and the United States Team 2 took a bronze. The 4-man competition will be taking place in the next couple of days, and hopefully the U.S. can pull out a medal. I hope you enjoyed my speech and learned a thing or two about Winter Olympic bobsledding in the past, present, and modern, or in 21st Winter Olympics. Let's thank a coffee from the movie Cool Running Sets. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get on up, it's bobsled time. The information, pictures in my speech are found from 5 different sources. I used 2 different books. One is called A Basic Guide to Bobsledding, and one is called The Olympic Fact Book. They were both published by the International Olympic Committee. I also used 2 scholarly sources called Advanced Bobsled Design Part 1 and 2. These explain the improvement of bobsleds themselves over the years. And I also used the 2010 Olympic website for Vancouver, Canada. And I watched the 2010 Olympic program on TV. Thank you.